Mannix the Pirate. Hey, how are ya? In your video about regret, you talked about actually watching the response videos people made for you. So I'm making one for you before you get too big to watch any of them. Okay, let's get down to the real nitty-gritty. I watch your videos because pretty much no matter how pissed off I am about anything, you are more pissed off for a better reason. And I find this oddly reassuring. So I subscribe to you for that very reason. Now, I got my subscription idea from TJ because I watch his videos. He says you're good, so I go out and check them out. I really don't know why everybody's pissed off at the fact that you talk about what you actually believe. Now, you're not really going to like this video probably because I am one of the regret-free bastards that you don't really like, save a few incidents. This is mainly living in white suburbia. You don't get a whole lot of shit to deal with. But I have a story for you because you share stories with me, and my story is relatively interesting, so I hope you like it. Back when I was in grade 5, I challenged my older sister to a game of basketball. This is the very beginning of this incident, so you don't need to particularly care about it. But the point is that she was better than me, and I cheated. And she got very upset and told my mother. This led to a much larger incident where my mom told me that I wasn't allowed out of her sight for the rest of the day because of my cheating. So I had to go to the wine store with her, and of course the wine store smells terribly of wine, and when you're in grade 5, that's disgusting. So I complained a little bit more. This, of course, leading her to actually follow through on what she decided to do and bring me to my father's office. My father works in wholesale, and there are quite a large amount of boxes and things that I have to traverse in order to make it through the office unscathed. Now, my father doesn't particularly want me around the office when he's working very difficult jobs and such. So he tells me to go upstairs and play with some of the boxes. I eventually find myself facing the conveyor belt, large, used to move the 100-so-pound boxes up onto the second floor. I thought it was awfully fun to play with. So I started putting boxes on the bottom floor, racing it up to the top and seeing if I could get there before the box because it's about a 100-meter run. Very fun for a grade 5 child. So this kept going until I decided to play the game. Let's put the box on the very bottom and push it up as fast as you can. Just to because I was beating it up every time, it wasn't very hard. So I got to the top, beat it by maybe 5 seconds, and decided, okay, I'm going to pick the box up now. This wasn't a good idea. Sorry about that, I had to answer the phone. Anyways, as I was saying, this wasn't a very good idea because as I reached down to pick up the box, my small hand at the time got stuck in the conveyor belt. Now, if you know at the very top, the conveyor belt goes like that. Not a very good diagram of just my hand moving like this. So as I reach to grab the box, my hand slips and gets stuck between 2 rollers, precisely yay big with about this much clearance between it. So as it begins to suck my arm between these 2 things over the hollow balcony that I could have fallen about 30 feet onto, it begins to break my fingers. Snap, 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 snap. As I feel these bones breaking, I start to go into shock and really have no idea what to do at the time. I reach out with my foot as I begin to slide off this balcony and just manage to hit the stop button. My arm was wedged about this far, right here, into the conveyor belt between this much room. The bone was sufficient to say smashed to pieces, and my muscles received quite a bit of damage. I stayed there for about 30 seconds trying with my foot to hit the reverse, succeeding after about 3 minutes, only to have it slowly reject my arm between these 2 rollers, continuing to break the bones on the way out. Very painful and causing a lot of damage, and considering I am a fairly prominent martial artist, I do train almost every day. This has been one of the more regretful arm injuries I've sustained, as I still feel the repercussions of it 10 years later. And considering I've broken my nose multiple times, both my wrist, ribs, knees, that was the worst injury, and I do completely regret it. So, not completely without regret, but probably much less than you. And that really sucked. Anyways, I thought you might find it nice to get a response that wasn't just a straight up kick in the balls. I'm going to continue making videos, and I'll be posting a lot to you if you actually watch them. If I see a little response at the bottom that says Mannix the Pirate, I'll probably piss myself and put you up on a little frame or something. Yeah. Have a nice life.